Hi, it's me, Ann Farabee. How does she do it? Another trip to the grocery store. I should be awarded a prize as Food Lion's best customer. As always, I was dressed appropriately for swift and effective shopping. Stretchy pants, comfy shirts, sneakers. While loading my groceries into the car, I saw her, the perfectly dressed young mom with perfect makeup, perfect hair, and wearing heels. There she was, the inspiration for my column. As she stopped to look both ways prior to crossing the street to the parking lot, her 4 neatly dressed young children stopped obediently. 2 were on one side of her, 2 were on the other side. Each was carrying 2 grocery bags, 1 in each hand. They looked both ways and then toward Mom before crossing. Once reaching the car, they lined up to put their grocery bags in the trunk. As I was loading my groceries in my car, I said aloud to myself, "She is perfect. How does she do it?" I shook my head, thinking about my years as a mom of young children, my years as a mom of older children, my years as a mom of grown children, my years of juggling a work schedule and motherhood. As I watched Perfect Mom, that ugly voice in my head, the one I need to ignore, said to me, "Failure." It stung. As I was pushing my shopping cart a little more forcefully than usual to its proper location, I heard a real voice speak though, not the one in my head. It called out my name. "Mrs. Farabee!" It was her, Perfect Mom, calling out my name. She told me who she was, and then she turned to her children and she said, "This was my favorite teacher." It was one of the nicest introductions I could ever have gotten. I confessed to her that I had seen her crossing the street with her children, had not recognized her, and wondered aloud, how does she do it? Perfect Mom smiled, and she responded perfectly. "Well, your children were young when you were my teacher. How did you do it?" I started to remember school, church, baseball, basketball, football, gymnastics, dance, taxi service, grocery store trips. Well, not officially a taxi service, I guess, but it often felt like it. Some days, if everyone got dressed, had food, and brushed their teeth, that was good enough. Some days, if our efforts to parent allowed us to see God breaking through in their hearts, it was way better than enough. Now that I think about it, I guess I did do it. Mother of the Year material? I think not. My weaknesses made strong through Christ? Definitely so. I did my best and trusted God to do the rest. There is no way to be a perfect mom, but a million ways to be a good mom. As I headed back to my car, Perfect Mom called out, "Thank you, Miss Farabee, for everything. You're the best." I smiled and thought, not a failure maybe, just the opposite, success. Oh, a disclaimer, I still have no explanation for the night I took one of my children home after a basketball game and left the other one behind. Hey, I said I wasn't perfect, but this has been comforting to know. According to Luke 2, verse 43, Mary and Joseph returned home from the festival and did not even notice they had left Jesus behind.